The Roaring Camp Railroad in Felton, California is best known for its narrow-gauge steam trains that climb and wind their way through the redwoods. Today, however, we'll be checking out their standard-gauge diesel train that runs down to the Beach Boardwalk in Santa Cruz.
Trees to hold on to the dirt with. But the reason why the coastal redwood tree roots are so shallow is the same reason why the leaves on these trees look like little needles. It's also the same reason why coastal redwoods only really exist about 2 to 10 miles from the coast of the Pacific Ocean. It all has to do with the fog. Every single night, fog from the Pacific Ocean will roll in over these magnificent trees and will then be absorbed into the spongy bark of the rest of all the trees in this entire forest reproduced through their roots alone. Eventually, they'd all be genetically identical. And then all it would take is one disease to knock out this entire forest. So to help create genetic biodiversity, these redwood trees reproduce through seeds only 15% of the time. The reason why that percentage is so small has to do with all the dead sticks and leaves on the forest floor around us. That thick layer down there is known as duff, spelled D-U-F-F. That thick layer of duff on the forest floor makes it pretty difficult for those little redwood seeds to get to the surface around it. So these trees can help from that's on the right, but on the left will be another cliff going straight down for 100 feet, providing all of you with a fabulous view of the cool, calm, clear waters of the beautiful San Lorenzo River below.
It's your clean wave if you haven't done so recently. It's all in the wrist. We got any candidates? It's a little quiet today, huh? There will be other candidates for sure. The north and the south. And usually the south town people are happier than the north town people. Find out. Alright, I see that red Ford waving. Got a lightning. And that silver VW? Is that a VW? It's a VW. It's a VW. There we go. See the happy people heading south? How about going north? Let's see. We got a Jeep. They're waving. Right, 2 Jeeps. Wow. Double Jeep day. Everybody waved. Wow, that's rare. Ladies and gentlemen, you just broke a record. Not a single grub of fun this morning. We'll find out at 12 o'clock that station. Valley or another crazy on like the mountain. 2 miles of the ocean. We sit there all day. The air is so much makes it very difficult for the coastal redwood species to survive. I was very close. Okay. Then a 10-car train. Next time you have to see a redwood. So long, you're blocking it. I guarantee you it won't look like these mighty redwood trees because piles of dirt come out. Now the reason why they don't exist anymore further than 10 miles. If you intend on catching the 12 o'clock train, we leave at 12 o'clock. That's why it's called the departure time. We generally board these trains about 15 minutes before their scheduled departure time, so if you intend on catching that 12 o'clock train out of the boardwalk back to Rorschach, you're going to want to be somewhere near this train at 11:45. How often? It's like, well, they're not fighting. Grab a place where we can see them. Yeah, it looks like we're on the field back in the field back there. Taking the whole street with them. Someone laying down in the grass. Where those lazy llamas at? Lazy llamas? Oh, they're in the back of the field way back there. Hopefully they'll be out here, dear friend. Across one of these roads, you're going to hear the letter G with Morse code. You see that church ahead of us on the sharp. We board the trains 15 minutes before their scheduled departure. If you intend on catching the 12 o'clock train, you're going to want to be at the end of this train at 11:45. That's where I will board you all and check your tickets. If you intend on catching the 4 o'clock train, I board that one somewhere in the middle. So be near the train at 3:45. We'll be ready now. Snap up.
Watch out for the post office men. They try to run the.
Good to see ya! Morning! Ooh, that looks like a bunch of rocks on the rail. This is gonna be fun.
Uh-oh.
What is that stuff? Oh, it's just mud.
Your ice. Oh, you got a hole in the road.
Switch looks alright.
Yeah.
2600 down and clear 10.
There. Oh, whoa, whoa. There was a rocky rolly. Cheap. You think they'd invest in a better whistle?
I'm the only one that can make it change pitch.
I noticed that.
Because I was in marching band.
Gotcha. You played a flute.
No, that was my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Clear, 8 more.
Looks like we need a little asphalt replacement.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't own these tracks. That's the county's issue.
Oh, this trackage from Watsonville to Davenport is the same trackage.
You know that 7-Eleven we passed down there?
Yeah.
That's where our trackage rights basically end.
Oh, is that where it ends?
Yep.
Okay.
We own everything up until that point.
So he didn't get all the way to the train station.
Nope. Have a good one.
He didn't get all the way to the train station then.
Not quite.
No.
But the Southern Pacific worked out a deal with us that still holds true to this day.
Well, as long as you can keep their feet to the fire.
Ahoy! Have a great day, y'all.
There's nobody here today.
What are you eating?
It's empty.
What are you getting? Look at that clear road. I love that.
Yeah, no cars, no people, no nothing.
Hey! Have a great day, y'all.
Charlie's getting
Hey! Have a good one, man. Happy Saturday to you too.
You must know him.
Everyone knows me. I'm infamous. Hey, look at that dumb Jeep. He doesn't know where the road is.
Where in the world?
We are clear. 5 more.
Yeah, look, he doesn't know where the road is. About how fast we going, Charlie?
Maybe 5 miles an hour, 7. Maybe.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Wheels on the walk clear, 6 more.
What's the 6 more, man?
6 more cars I can see.
Okay.
I know those guys are gonna move.
Stop sign, he has to stop. He didn't even stop for a red light.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
I've never noticed this is an actual stop sign.
Yeah.
On a road.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been there for years.
Huh. That is a stop sign.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Just like that red light right there you went through.
Oh yeah, we're looking at that. Hey! Doing good, good to see you.
After arriving in Santa Cruz, you'll have either 1 or 5 hours to explore, depending on your return trip. I walked along the famed Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, went into town for lunch with a friend, and then returned to check out the Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary Exploration Center, located by the traffic circle we crossed entering town. From the top deck, you get a good look at how the railroad cuts through the traffic circle. In the back, you can see the Santa Cruz Municipal Wharf. I took some time to explore the wharf and found some sea lions hanging out underneath. Sadly, part of the wharf was destroyed in a storm a few months after my visit.
1906 to 1909, they had a whole bunch of extra dirt, and they put it all right here and buried the trestle, creating a film, making it much cheaper to maintain. But believe it or not, there is still a wooden trestle underneath all this dirt. Hey, that is that Joseph Welch. Listen to his wife. Yeah, that's right. Take notes, Joe. Sorry. Thanks to Anna, all these trees around you were spared for future generations. Believe it or not, the property on the right-hand side of us is still owned by the Welch family. However, in 1958, our founder, Norman Clark, signed a lease agreement with the Welch family, allowing us access to their family forest for 100 years, allowing us to build a recreation of a steam-powered narrow-gauge logging railroad right through the middle of it, all the way to the top of Bear Mountain. That's the Redwood Forest narrow-gauge steam. Now, I know some of you gotta use the bathroom. Some of you very badly, statistically speaking. That's okay, because the restrooms will be located in the big red building you'll be staring at as you deboard this train from the deboarding ramp. The closest building to the train, big and red, that's where the bathroom is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're rolling into town right about now, and I gotta get into position to line up this 300-ton train within 2 inches of a tiny little boarding ramp. So wish me luck and I'll see you soon. But I'd like to thank you all for coming on down here and supporting our railroad today. It means the world to us. Without the help and support of amazing individuals like all of you, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thanks for coming on down. I hope you all enjoyed this trip today and maybe even learned something. If you did, remember my name is Charles De Felicis. If you did not enjoy this trip today, my name is Sean Johnson. Thanks for coming on down. It's this guy's birthday today. Happy birthday, mister. Thanks for coming on down. Normally I would do more, but I'm running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get into position.
Thanks for joining me on this trip. Be sure to go to Felton and ride the Roaring Camp Beach train for yourself sometime. Until next video... Wait, what's that noise? Surprise! Normally, the narrow gauge trains have finished for the day by the time the second beach train returns. Today, however, they ran a special train for a wedding, which came back to Felton right about the same time as us. Alright, now we're actually at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.